Yo, what's up, everybody? Thriller, aka Spike Tonics, aka Brandon, and I am here because I want to show you guys live all the titles for all women show Vortex and the intergender show Legacy are all complete. So I thought it would be only fair to show you guys all the titles. Again, big shout out to not only Justin from HEW on our Stream Wrestling, but shout out to Brad King for all these amazing title designs that we will hopefully be able to use from here on forth and in the future here in Thriller Championship Wrestling. Okay, so now I'm going to try to turn this camera around so you can see the TV. So it'll look kind of funky. Just remember, it's the lighting, it's the game. This will look better when I actually can get on the game and show you guys, but I'm not going to be able to do that right now to be able to switch between two profiles. So the only way to do this was to go live on my phone. So bear with me. All right, so here we go. Okay, so this is the Vortex roster. So this is the all-women show. Some of you have seen these titles, some of you have not. If you haven't, here you go. And if you have, some of these have been updated color-wise or whatnot. So the first one we're going to try to take a look at is the All-Star Women's Championship. I'll try to see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Yes, there we go. So there is the All-Star Women's Championship. Hey, Joker, how's it going? Welcome in. If you could share this out on social media, I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. So again, this is the All-Star Women's Championship made by Brad. Now, what happened with this, because you can't download custom titles right now after our last patch. Thank you, Joker. Appreciate it. So yeah, you can't download custom titles with custom images. The images don't come with the title. You end up with a blank title. So what we had to do to work around this was Brad had to take all the images, put them on arenas, upload them to the game, and then I downloaded the arena which had all the title images and then was able to make the titles. What's up, Eric? I'm just showing off the titles that Brad had helped me make, design, and whatever. So we're going to do both the Vortex titles, and then I'll log out of this profile on PlayStation and log into my other one to show you guys the Legacy titles, because I finally got those done last night. So this is the All-Star Women's Championship design. Okay, so let me back out. Now we're going to get into the Women's $1 Billion Championship. Let's see if I can get this to do what I want it to do here. Okay, so there is the new $1 Billion Championship. Now, this will actually kind of look the same on the other profile, too. Granted, I think I changed the color of the strap on it. But this is the women's one for Vortex. So you guys can see that. Thank you, by the way, Eric. I appreciate that. All right. Now, this one was made by Justin. So this is our Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I'll try to see if I can zoom in here so you guys can see that it does say women's, it does say TCW. So this is our Intercontinental Women's Championship. Shout out to Justin. Hey, Tyson, how's it going? So that way you guys can see that I put the women's in blue just because I thought it would be cool to kind of blend that in. But that is the Women's Championship for the Intercontinental. Now, this one was cool. Instead of going United States this year, Brad came up with this really cool idea to call it the Liberty Championship. So this is our Women's Liberty Championship. See if I can zoom out a little bit. So the Liberty Championship, which I thought, Lady Liberty Championship, sorry. So this is pretty cool. I like this. I thought this turned out really, really well. And if you're having any buffering issues or anything with hearing me, it's probably because I'm on my phone. I normally don't stream from my phone very often, but that was the only way to do this tonight, or this afternoon. So please bear with me. All right, so this is our Women's Tag Team Championship. Again, made by Brad. Let's zoom back out here. Okay, there you go. So there's our women's tag team championship. And the side plates look badass, by the way. I like the way those look. Okay. Now we have two sets here that would say trios. The reason why is because, well, you can actually have trios titles. The way to work around this is you make one a tag and the other one a singles. They're exactly the same, so we're just going to show off the one. And so for the first time ever, we have trios titles for the women's show. So we call them the 6-woman tag team championship, but basically the trios championship. And that is what that looks like. Okay, so this one I made earlier today. This was a last-minute addition last night that did not get shown off. Brad helped me with the design on this. We usually have the Queen of the Mountain. So this is the Queen of the Mountain Championship. Now, this will be defended like a regular title only after an initial Queen of the Mountain tournament, which will be held soon on the channel here. So there is the first ever version of the Queen of the Mountain Championship. Custom side plates, all that looks really, really well done. Again, shout out to Brad for those designs. Looks amazing. There's a lot of titles on every show. Every show has a lot of titles, but that also just means that you're going to have a lot of opportunity to win gold. And that's what I want. So this is the Women's Television Championship. Now, this is going to look same design, I think just different strap or whatever on Legacy. So when I get a chance to go over there here in a little bit, you guys will see some of the designs are the same on both shows. Just the straps might be different and they might be called, something else. But again, this is the Television Championship, which I thought was cool. He actually was able to get a television design with static and the TCW logo. This actually turned out really well. Cash and checks and winning gold. Exactly. This looks amazing, by the way. So again, thank you, Brad. Now, this is a cool concept, too. So we are going to introduce the Underground Championship that can only be done in underground matches. So you guys have seen, we already did a tournament to crown our champion for this a few days ago. So there's the custom side plates there with the skull. And in the middle, we actually was able to take kind of a variation of the Legacy fist and add that to that, which I thought was really cool. So this title kind of looks the same on the other profile as well, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But this is the first ever TCW Women's Underground Championship design. Okay. And then we have our Women's World Championship for Legacy. Or excuse me, for Vortex. And now I took this and I changed the color of the strap from black to this like really cool blue. It's not going to show up very well on the phone, so don't worry, it is not actually that bright. It's actually a little darker than that, the strap. But that is the Women's World Championship, or Women's Championship, whatever you want to call it. Again, thank you, Brad. Okay, and then we have, instead of light, heavyweight, or cruiserweight, Brad and I decided to go with the Featherweight Championship. So I'm bringing back the Featherweight title. And so with this, we went with this design. Now you see the side plates, Featherweight Championship. And I give it like a pink. Now, granted, like I said, it is not that bright, but I tried to match it up with the pink that was already on the faceplate. So that's kind of what I went with there. Also, the circles on the side plates, I know you guys can't really see it, but that is actually a pink too, which is really cool. So all the jewels and stuff are like a pink. And then last but not least, we have Justin was able to help us with this one, at least on this profile. And this is the Women's Hardcore Championship that Justin from HEW made. So shout out to Justin. And so he helped me with this. You see it's got the chains going around it with TCW, and he broke it so it looks like it says World Champion Hardcore. So this is cool. So again, shout out to you, man. This is awesome. It's got the duct tape on it. It's got all that. It looks really cool. So those are all the championships for Vortex. Real quick, I'll try to show off the money in the bank real quick. Well, we call it opportunity, and I just realized I have to go back. I did that wrong. Because again, some of you might not have seen this, so I want to make sure you guys get a opportunity, and I'm trying to figure out why my phone is going nuts here. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll go into this. Okay, so again, this is the Women's Vortex Opportunity in the Bank briefcase. So basically like my Money in the Bank, but it can be used to cash in on any championship, tag, singles, or trios. So I thought that was a really cool design that, again, Brad came up with. Any TCW tonight? No. I will be DJing tonight and karaoke host, so I will not be on. That's why I'm doing this right now to show you guys, because I'm not going to be able to be on tonight. Okay, so now real quick, I am going to exit out of this so I can go on to the other profile and show you guys the legacy titles. So just give me 1 second here to switch users. No, I need that one. So you guys can see there for a second, I'm not lying. I have multiple profiles, but I have to do that to get. So, by the way, for those of you that are wondering, I have the showcase mode on on this roster for Legacy, so that way I can get like Caleb Shaw. It'll also help for when I make Yoshihana, because I need Yokozuna and a few other things. So I am unfortunately going to have to do showcase on here, and I've been trying to do it early this morning and this afternoon. I'll try to get some more done throughout the week. That way I can get Caleb Shaw and maybe a couple others that have showcase stuff on them. Okay, so we're going to take that off there so I don't get in trouble for showing that off. Stupid copyright BS. Okay. So now there's a lot of titles on Legacy, just so you guys know. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to Championship. I'm going to go to Edit. So you guys, now I stayed up till 4 this morning to get all these done after Brad sent me the initial images. Okay, so we're going to start with the Legacy All-Star Championship. Now, this is an intergender title. We have a lot of intergender titles this year, which actually makes it worse. Showcase is going to be a pain with the timed objectives. Yeah, but I already beat it once on my main profile, so on this one I'll just have to do it again. By the way, welcome in, Donnell. So again, this is the intergender all-star championship, so both men and women will be competing for this on Legacy, which is going to open up a lot of opportunities, but this is the all-star championship, and it's got like a green background for that, which matches the green star in the middle, so I thought that looked cool. Okay. Next up, we have the Legacy $1 Billion Championship, which is intergender. It's going to have the same design as Vortex, but obviously... Actually, no, it is a little different because this doesn't have the pink on it, so this actually is different. So the Vortex one has the pink money symbols. This one does not. So yeah, this actually is different. I didn't realize that Brad did that, but that's really cool. So that is the $1 Billion Intergender Championship for Legacy. So that is cool. There is a little bit of difference on that. I like that. And just like Vortex had the Queen of the Mountain, well, over here we have the Empire Championship, which is intergender, and it can be defended in tournaments, both men and women combined, and then after that it will be defended like a regular championship. So there is the first ever TCW Empire Championship, and there you see the throne, which I thought was cool. So thank you, Brad, for that. But that is the Empire Championship. Okay. Now, the Hardcore Championship, I wasn't able to do Justin's design, but I figured instead of having two of the same looking title, I kept Justin's Hardcore on Vortex. And then what we did is Brad took the world title, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit, and we were able to make it look like it's broken, added the Hardcore Championship stuff to it, and this is what I came up with. So I actually made this one with a little help from Brad. Brad came up with faceplate and side plate designs, and then I was able to break it and make it look like a Hardcore Championship. And added the blood stain to it, which I thought was a really cool effect. So this will be our intergender hardcore championship for the Legacy roster. So you guys get a look at that. Okay. Next up, we have the mixed tag team, also known as the Trios Championship for men and women. So it'll be a mixed trios title is basically what it is. And so this is what this will look like. So for the first time ever, men and women, and I will be able to do this. It'll be an intergender mixed trios tag title. I know that sounds, but yeah, this looks cool. Yeah, definitely, Brad. I agree. So this is cool. So the mixed team championship. All right, and then we have, instead of the women's United States, we have the Miss USA Championship, because the men have their own United States title as well. I went with this design. Brad helped me with the faceplate and stuff again, so this looks badass, by the way. So Miss USA Championship. That was the strap design. I went with that. I might change a few things on that. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I might add something to that. And actually, I might be able to do that now. Yeah, there it is. Like, I know there's a... That's not the one I want. Is it that one? No. No, maybe it is that one. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's this one. I just have to adjust it. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so I wanted that, and then accept that. Accept that. Okay. Why did it? Oh, I gotta take it off of that. Okay, that's why it's doing that. Okay, so this is what it will actually looking for, the U.S. flag. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Hey, Honor, how's it going, man? Welcome in. So this is what I did with this one. So I added the strap. I just felt the white was just so I thought this would spruce it up, and added the red, white, and blue background on the Miss USA title. So I gotta make sure I save that now. Okay, finalize. Yes. By the way, welcome in Honor Extreme Wrestling. Again, thank you, man, for your hardcore title for Vortex and your Intercontinental Championships, both men's and women's. I do appreciate that. I don't know if you saw what I did with the hardcore title on this one, because obviously I figured we would just keep yours the way it is. On Vortex, I took this design that Brad gave me and made a custom hardcore title, and so made it look like it's busted up and added blood to it. So I just wanted to make sure you saw that. Okay. Up next, we have your men's Intercontinental Championship that Justin made. So this is the men's Intercontinental Championship. So again, thank you, Justin, for that. Hey, Patchy boy, what you doing, buddy? Get over here. And then we have the television title. This is intergender on this brand. So again, it looks just like the other one, but different strap, different color. But again, I was able to stretch that out and make that look cool. So this is the intergender television title for Legacy. Back out. And then we have the Legacy Intergender Underground Championship. So again, it looks the same as Vortex, but obviously different strap design, and I changed up a little bit of the color on it. So this will be the Intergender Men's and Women's Underground Championship, which is going to be really cool to pull that off. And then the Men's United States Championship for Legacy. Again, this show has a lot of belts. And that's the thing with me. You guys know I like belts, and I like giving you guys opportunities. So there's always going to be some sort of opportunity somewhere, somehow. All right, so this is the brand new Men's United States Championship for Legacy. Okay. And then we have the Universal Intergender Championship. So this is a first, too. So both men and women can compete for this prestigious championship this year. Currently, right now, this will be held by Caleb Shaw once I get him downloaded. And that's only because he was the unrivaled champion, whereas Justin was the legacy champion, and so Justin will still have his world championship, but Caleb will relinquish the unrivaled title to introduce the TCW Universal Intergender Championship, and this is what this will look like. So there's the TCW Universal Championship. I'm getting stuff set up for HEW right now. Nice! Now, this is the title that Justin, you will hold going into the new season. This is the official TCW World Heavyweight Championship for the men. And it's the same faceplate, basically, that's on the hardcore title, and then we just cracked the hardcore title to make it look broken. But this is the official TCW World Heavyweight Championship that you will be holding going into the new season for the men. As for the women's, this will be held by Hall of Famer Heather Ray going into the new season. So Heather will be going in wearing this awesome championship with the heart side plates and everything. So this is the Women's World Championship. Okay. Next up, we have the Legacy Women's Tag Team Championship. Now, I did change this up from the original design because I tried using the heart design that looked crappy. I went with this design. I don't know, I just felt like it kind of fit. So this is the Women's Tag Team titles for the Legacy roster. And then we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship that was made by Justin. The only thing I did was add the women's part to this, which I thought was cool. And I changed the color of the strap from white to black, but that was the only thing. So this is the Women's Intercontinental Championship for this brand. Yeah, you see what I did there, Brad? I thought it looked cool. And then we have the Legacy Men's World Tag Team Championship. Oop, went too far. Okay. So this is the World Tag Team Champions for the men. You thought what was for the men? The Intercontinental one? Oh, no, I took the other design that you did. The one with the different side plates. So the one with the funky side plates is what I did for the men. So this will be the men's one, and then the other one's the women's. Yeah. So I probably got it backwards. And then there was a title I forgot to show you guys. My bad. And that was, for the first time ever, we're introducing an intergender Latin American championship. So they have to be of Latin American descent or heritage to hold this title or compete for it. So this is the first ever Latin American championship. Intergender. Both men and women can compete for this. I thought this was a cool idea. So that's that. And then for the money in the bank, Brad made me this. Simple design, but also looks really cool. Yes, I know. Stupid game. Come on. Come on. You gonna let me? Okay. So it's got the legacy symbol, says Opportunity Bank, says TCW. It's green. Pretty simple. I like it. Didn't need to be nothing flashy. It works. And so that'll be, and that's intergender, by the way. It doesn't intergender Money in the Bank is what that will be for. We'll just have to play around with it to make it inter and make it work, but that'll work. Okay. So that's all the titles and stuff for season 9. So once I get some more characters from Ryan, I got to get showcase done on this profile so I can get Caleb Shaw and a few other things and some stuff of my own made, like Ryan Rex. I got to make Yoshihana, Brandon Knight, and people like that, and Travis Majors and whatnot, and a couple new guys that are joining our roster, Nitty Perry and Rebel. Once I get their characters and stuff done, we'll be set and ready to go. In the meantime, Legacy will be on hold for a while, just until those characters get done, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to start making those characters, because I don't feel right doing tournaments without characters that could get an opportunity for a belt, but they're not here. So until we have the full roster, I won't be doing any titles or anything on this show right away. So Legacy will be on hold for just a little bit longer, guys, and hopefully we can get all those characters and stuff. So again, thank you. We'll have more Vortex later this week, and we'll crown the Featherweight, the Queen of the Mountain, and perhaps our World Heavyweight Championship. And then once that's done, then we can start doing shows. For now, outside of Universe, until they give us a patch to fix Universe. That's just how we're going to have to do it. But it is what it is. But all right, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you like those titles, and I can't wait to have them on a stream soon. Until then, keep drilling and chilling. Be kind to yourself and each other, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Bye, guys. Go check out HEW. He's going live right now. Peace.